Yeah.
Welcome to Dodgers Daily, downtown Tulsa at the beautiful One Oak Field, where today we have a very, very, very special guest. Chris Campos joins Dodgers Daily today. Chris, second time I've had a chance to talk to you. Super pumped to meet you in person, so thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you. No, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, anytime we start a Chris Campos interview, got to start with the fact that you grew up in the LA area. Huge Dodgers fan. This is all a dream come true for you.
Yeah, no, definitely a dream come true. You know, I'm in the process of in the minor leagues and going through it, and you know, every day is a blessing. I'm happy to be here.
We talked about this last time, but let's back up a little bit. Your time at Modern Day, and then Damien, and then St. Mary's as a shortstop. Just kind of take us through that time and how you came here.
Yeah, so at Damien, I played under Coach Neto, who's a great coach. Did a lot of good things for me. Taught me the little spots of the game and how to play it, and better IQ, and just really developed me there. And you know, from there I went to St. Mary's, where I played under Coach Moore, who was actually a pitching coach and was on Team USA as a pitching coach. And so I learned a lot from him on the pitching side as well. But you know, it was a good combination of both. So yeah.
5'10"?
5'10", yeah.
170-ish?
I mean, at 6 feet, some cleats.
You ever been told you're too small?
Yeah, all the time.
Does that motivate you?
Yeah, definitely put some woodwords right there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so really cool story for you. Like I said, you grew up in the LA area.
Yeah.
You got to pitch at Quake Stadium in high school. Then you got to pitch at Quake Stadium, obviously, after you joined the Dodger system. So kind of talk about that first experience you got back when you had a Quakes uniform on.
Yeah. So when I was in high school, like you said, I did play at Quake Stadium. I was able to hit and pitch, so that was a cool moment in itself, knowing it was Dodgers. I think it was high at the time, might have been. I don't know, it was at 2019.
Yeah, it was.
So it was a cool experience, had a lot of family there, and now I went back in 22 for the first time, now in a Dodger uniform. So that in itself was just like, yeah, you know, it's kind of where I wanted to be, and it was kind of nice and unique and everything.
You ever pinch yourself and just kind of realize that you're actually doing this?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. Okay, so you were a shortstop in high school, pitched a little bit. Shortstop in high school, pitched every now and then, or excuse me, college at St. Mary's. Actually got to play shortstop behind Hobbsy, who's on the same team here.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But okay, talk us through the transition from shortstop to full-time pitcher, and how that experience at shortstop's helped you.
Yeah. So being a shortstop obviously helped me with the IQ of the game, learning all aspects of it, and the athleticism. You know, to be a shortstop, I think is really translated onto the mound, and being able to pitch and have the athletic ability on the mound. So I think now that I'm a full-time pitcher, I've been able to learn a lot in pitches, sequencing, just a lot of things I didn't really understand before, just because I wasn't a full-time pitcher. And so now that I have full focus on it, I've been able to really learn a lot from it.
You said the word sequencing, so I'm going to kind of jump ahead and then bounce back.
Yeah.
But your sequencing is just next level this year. So it just kind of looks like to me, the way that you're throwing your slider, your fastball plays off of it, it just seems to me like you're totally bought into the sequencing that you're using this year.
Yeah, definitely something I was trying to learn last year in Rancho. I had Joel Peralta, who was a big influence on that, who was teaching me how to sequence pitches and set hitters up. And you know, also got to give a lot of credit to my catchers. You know, Russian here has done a great job with that, and Lorenzo. I think Lorenzo is a really good catcher and knows how to pregame and knows how to set hitters up, and I think he did a great job at that too when I was in Great Lakes.
You had a chance to talk to him about being in the Futures game, Tyrone we're talking about?
I haven't yet. No, I did congratulate him. He said thank you, but I haven't had a conversation with him. But
okay,
that's good for him.
To kind of go with your sequencing, your slider has always been good.
Yes.
But this year it just seems like it's just taken a big leap. And kind of what I've got to see in person a couple times now. It just seems like you're able to manipulate it into different shapes based on the count, whether you need to throw for a strike, a swing and miss, that kind of thing. So take us to through all the process of how you got the slider to where it's at now and how you use it.
Yeah, definitely a lot of work went into that one during the off season. But my dad and I, we actually built a mound in the backyard.
Nice.
So that was something that was a cool addition to the backyard, and also to help better my game as a pitcher. And so we would watch a lot of videos, analytical videos. We would watch Trevor Bauer actually, how he manipulated his slider and how he got. And also in the sequencing, his videos, like he'll be on the mound talking about, all right, I'm gonna set slider here and then fastball to freeze him off of that. Like, so a little bit of that too kind of came from him as well. So yeah, that was kind of what we did there in the off season. It was just a lot of learning.
It's really cool in this game because best laid plans very rarely ever work out. So you kind of go and you work on something, you put out a game plan, then it actually works. That's kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's been actually talking about learning something and then going into the game and using it. I just started learning to split.
Oh yeah.
So my last outing, I threw my first split in game. So I threw probably 5 in a bullpen, and then they're like, all right, we'll use it only like when you really had to count like 0-2, 1-2, and I was in the 0-2 count. I had the split ready, and they called it, and it was for strike 3, swing and miss right over it. And so it's something
nice.
My new pitch I'm starting to develop now is a split.
Getting some tips from Lucas and Kendall on that pitch?
I haven't yet, no. I just D's teaching me how to throw right now. I will get some tips from Peralta because he's a big split guy.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I didn't know. I knew Lucas threw one, but I didn't know Kendall. So I'll ask them for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so it's one thing to put a game plan together. It's one thing to work on different shapes of your slider. It's one thing to talk about all the sequencing. It's another to go out on a professional mound and actually execute. So how are you able to put all that stuff together as part of the process, building your pitch mix, and then also high-level execution?
Yeah, I think it just comes from understanding how my pitches play off each other,
yes.
and how, you know, I think as a pitcher you got to understand like the ranking of your pitches. You know, if I know my fastball's in the 1 spot, sliders 2, you know, and just kind of keep breaking them down like to the bottom, so you understand in certain counts. Like if you're gonna go down, like what pitch you want to go down with? Your number 1
yes.
pitch, your 2 pitch, or you're gonna give them like, you know, just understanding that.
Yeah. So you mentioned, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So how much of your own game planning do you do?
I do a good amount. I watch video on hitters and just kind of understand like what pitches they hit well and what their cold zone is, and you know they do a really good job here in the organization of giving us that information.
Yeah.
So. I get that before the game, and I'll review it and stuff, but I also like to watch videos before.
So the analytics are crazy, the Hawkeye systems, the TrackMan. I mean, you could have every single inch of every pitch that you throw. I mean, it's overwhelming, and the Dodgers don't cram it down your throat. But yet you're a very analytical young man. You can tell that you like to analyze how this works, how that works, so you can improve your execution and your sequences. So tell us about the mix of analytics, how you use them for you.
Yeah, so I use it not during my outings or like during bullpens, but like maybe afterwards I'll look at it and be like, okay, that fastball was good just because of this, and so is that slider. But I'm not too deep into it, you know, just because it is my second year of like pitching. So I just kind of go out there and compete, and what I have that day, like just kind of shove it down their throat, like it's so but just yeah, the analytical stuff is cool, but I don't get lost in it.
Do you miss taking BP at 5 o'clock?
I mean, I never really done that. It was more like, yeah, during college, we kind of did it, but it wasn't too often. So.
I was going to say, you probably miss it at 5 o'clock, but not at 7 o'clock, because pitchers are really good nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what things right now do you think that you're doing well enough? Let's say that you get the call tomorrow, like Justin Robleski did.
Yeah.
They say, hey, you're going to give us a spot start up with the major leagues. It's happened before. Emmett Sheehan came straight from AA. Michael Grove came straight from AA. So if they called tomorrow and said you're going to be in the major leagues, your next start, what things do you think you're doing well enough right now to pitch in the major leagues?
I think I just, you know, keep the same game plan of attacking the zone. You know, who's ever in the box doesn't really matter. Just, well, in the sense it does, but like pitching my strengths. You know,
yes.
I'm gonna go down with my best stuff, and so I think if I were to be in that situation, I think the game really just keep it the same, nothing too crazy, and pitch my strengths.
Bet on yourself, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What things would you say that, hey, if I'm going to be a consistent major leaguer and they're going to ask me to make, like, say, 20, 25 starts in a row, what things do you think you need to improve on the most?
I think definitely in zone fastball throughout the year. I think I got to get it more in zone, a higher percentage on that. I think my walk rate's pretty good right now, so I think just kind of be consistent with that, and you know, just filling up the zone with all pitches.
Would you say your fastball plays off of your slider, or does your slider play off your fastball?
My fastball plays off my slider.
Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, so last question for me, Christopher
Campos.
Campos.
No, my slider plays off my fastball. I said that wrong, sorry.
Let me ask that again. Would you say that your would you say that your fastball plays off your slider, or does your slider play off your fastball?
My slider plays off my fastball.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, last question, goals for 2024.
You know, just finish off the season strong, stay healthy, and continue to do what I'm doing, and you know, just be good.
Chris Campos, thank you so much for joining us. Second time I've got a chance to talk to you. First time in person. Such an honor, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.